Hey, it's the Underrated Hero Cast. And we got my boy, the one and only, Aro, designer, entrepreneur, producer, artist, creator, and visionary. You like that, bro?
Yeah. That was
Anything I missed?
No.
It's my guy, bro.
No.
Welcome, bro.
I've never. That was the first time I ever did that. That was my first one. That was my first one, bro. That's fine. Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
How you been overall, bro? You been alright?
Yeah, learning and failing and learning, which is the best thing.
Jeez.
I'm definitely not trying to sound like psycho. You have to fail, but like,
Yeah.
I'm going through shit right now where it's like, bro, just take risks, and then you either know it's like, I'm not just about to be like, fuck it up, you feel me? Like, but I'm gonna take the risk, and then you fuck up, then it's like, okay, well, you took that risk, so what are you doing between that time? Whatever you did between that time should be leading you to a point where you can take another risk.
High risk, high reward.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
high risk, high reward. You just stamp something.
that's what I'm saying. Because I don't think most people, why do you think most people are afraid to take said risk in this day and age?
I feel like people may be scared to take risks because it's like they might not have okay, I've been learning about stocks and shit recently, right?
Okay.
Liquidity. How much liquid we have, like money, like right now, like say, how much liquid do we have? Like, if cash might hit harder right now, somebody's like, you gotta pay me $100 right now versus me being like, oh, my cash app.
Right.
So you might have more liquid on you than me, hypothetically, like, rough breakdown.
Right.
People might not have that out-of-pocket cash to take that risk. Not in a literal sense, but like with what they have going on. So like maybe they have children, they have other people to be responsible for. So I mean, or maybe they scared. Like honestly, bro, I don't even know. I just know like my brain is like I take more risk so I can have a higher reward.
You are a risky. You're a risky person. Like I ain't gonna lie. Take it from my guy, when it comes to actually doing things, he's the one. Like,
bro,
you a jack of all trades, bro.
Yeah.
And so that leads me into, like, being said, you're a jack of all trades, you take risks. Like I was saying, that introduction just speaks for itself and what you do. And even more than just that, which is like the first one you would say you fell in love with first? Was producing?
To be real,
designing?
The first thing I ever was like, okay, I'm like doing some shit. I was editing videos for like my middle school, like editing videos for a different art class.
I wouldn't expect that.
I was really watching like Casey Neistat, like seeing how things are like made. Yeah. I could like do it on my computer, and then I started producing. Got a virus on my computer. So got a virus on my computer. So what am I doing in the meantime? I'm watching like fashion stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's like fashion, but like real collections like 2015, 2015, Saint Laurent is probably one of the best afterwards or whatever, but like 2016, 2015, 2014, Raf Simons was like, but it's like he putting out the collections. But it's like, I think every time I took a risk to like pirate some program, okay, that risk was pirating a program, I don't have to pay for it. But also at the same time, like I did get a virus on my computer. So in that meantime, what was I doing while I was taking that risk?
Okay.
Learn about fashion.
You see, that's a good thing though, because most people, okay, when that virus went down, what they would have did? Nothing.
But I think the older I get, the more I realize like there's just something that's like being like, do this. And like as long as I don't if I don't second guess myself, I'm like, damn, this shit, I'm liking it.
Right.
But once I get to like thinking like, okay, I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and I'm doing like this, it starts to like get choppy.
Right.
It's just like flow.
How do you keep that engine going?
You gotta know
to not get right as well.
I don't want to be like live life, but it's like if in music, when anything you do, everything is everything. So if I'm not taking myself serious in a career, or I'm not taking myself serious in producing or making shit, or like whatever the case is, it's gonna be like that in all of them. Right. So like you have to keep each one for real. And then you have to know, like, if I don't keep these on for real, then what's the worst case scenario? I know my worst case scenario. I don't even want to. Should I even say this? Like, okay, really?
Lay it on the table, bro.
My worst case scenario is literally like not having freedom. Meaning, my worst case scenario is having a child. Okay, boom. Worst case scenario. Like, this worst case scenario. Like, okay, like, all right, bro. Like, having a kid, having children, having to be responsible for somebody, and not having the freedom to wake up and take care of them. Meaning, like, even if you sick for a year, or say you wake up and you wake up every day, 365 days straight, and I was like, I don't feel like working, I think I just want to go here. Or I don't feel like whatever you're working at, like, you just wake up, you get paid, and then you go do whatever you want to do. The opposite of that is my worst fear.
I think that's a lot of people in an instance. I think we're all chasing freedom.
I mean,
or security.
Security, I say for sure, because freedom comes different for everybody.
Correct.
Freedom comes different for everybody. It's just like, I know my freedoms, and at a young age, I had to understand what was my freedoms, like, what do I want, like, type shit. So, if I'm not getting that, or if I'm not working towards that, and it's like, okay, I'm not making progress, or I'm not taking the steps to try to make progress. Say it don't work out, that's cool, but it needs. I need to be going through the this doesn't work out type shit, not just the I'm doing shit, like whatever.
What was the source for that though? Did it come from instilled family values? Or?
For sure, like I've never seen my mom fail at anything she tried to do. So it's like, if I ain't seen my mother fail at no shit, it's like there's no excuse for me because I'm supposed to be soaking a game for real. Like,
right.
Regardless of anything else, like your parents, okay, cool. Maybe you just gotta soak the game up for them. Like, and that's what your parents supposed to be to a certain degree. Or like the older I get, the more I'm understanding what a parent is supposed to be for me. Like what a parent is for other people isn't the same as what it may be for me.
Right.
So I use that to my advantage. Not saying it's bad or it's good or it's positive, negative. It's just like all our parents are different people. So you can't treat every person the same. You can to like a humanitarian level, but like you don't talk to your dad the same way you talk to your mom, the same way you talk to your teacher in 5th grade compared to when you talk to your teacher in 4th grade. You know what I mean? It's like shit like that. It's like you gotta kind of know how to like deal with people. And that's just people at the end of the day, but with your parents, you just have to. I be realizing like you have to realize that they are people and they communicate differently. So like you have to communicate with them, but still like know how to communicate your way. I don't know. That's different.
No, that's understandable because the approach you're taking to it, or so perspective, is you can learn from the good and the bad of your parents instead of rather just taking the bad aspect. I feel like most people. I feel like how I want to explain it. It's like my mom didn't do this. So it's like I'm gonna ponder on that, and I'm gonna do the complete same just because they did it.
Yeah, but it's like, bro,
it's like you can't do that.
It's like you can't fight fire with fire.
There you go.
Anything.
There you go.
Like, you cannot fight fire with fire. You can to a certain degree, for sure.
Right.
For sure. Sometimes you may need to.
That's easier.
Look.
It's easier approach.
Sometimes you might have to light that bridge on fire and burn with it. You know what I'm saying? But also at the same time, with that being said, you have to like everybody. We are just people at the end of the day. Like we can't just be arguing about shit and destroy each other because what is destroying each other gonna do for each other? Like it's not beneficial anyway. I think when you're going through some shit, you gotta be like, what is the best way for both of us to like, and like both of us might need different things, and that's okay. But we can like, like insert handshake emoji, like out the way, like type shit.
I like
that's
that.
But you don't have to be like always fighting fire.
Let's take qualities from each other, things that we might not have. Said from me, like my mom and me, like she might not have this, but I have this instilled in me. and she might have this that I don't have. So let's just build that bridge together rather than just, oh, you ain't got this, so let's just burn this bridge down together.
But also, when you take a lot of risks, I feel like this is like whatever, but it's like I feel like if you take a certain amount of risk, you can. If you know how to build a bridge, you can burn it down for sure. You just gonna go down with the bridge that you may have built, and it's gonna hurt. Right. But if you think you can, not if you think, but if you prove it to yourself, you can build another bridge.
Build another one, yep.
But that don't mean you should be building bridges every other day.
Correct.
You'll be like, maybe a bridge every 40, 50, 60 years. But whatever that time is for your own timeline, you feel me?
Okay, I'm glad you brought it up. So like you said, in the metaphor of, like you said, don't build another one after that one, just burn right down. Like, don't just continuously keep on building said bridge over and over. What's the process in between?
Yeah, and also I don't mean to be like so harsh with saying like burning bridges.
Right.
I'm literally like saying it in like a literal sense, like a bridge burning, not like literal whatever, but figurative. But regardless, it's like I just think we should just be who we are and be okay with like disagreeing on like certain aspects of certain people.
Right.
And it not be like a beneficial or whatever thing, because it's like what someone may need from you, you can give it to them,
right.
But what you may need from them, they can't give it to you, and now you trapped in this cycle. But you really might like that person, and for them, it just might not be like that. You know what I mean? And that's with anything. It's like career, like you and your boss might be like that. You know what I mean? Your neighbor might be like that.
But you're not gonna like everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just point blank period.
But and I feel like just because you don't like somebody don't mean y'all can't exist in the same room.
Correct.
But that's just I think opposing ideas make better ideas. Opposing ideas make better ideas. That's how
I love the opposition. I love it. That's how you face and conquer challenges. Because if everybody agreed with you or you agree with everything, what would you be learning? Nothing.
Right.
So
and then you're not tested on your own ideas if you're just agreeing to everything. But sometimes I'll be real. I've never remind myself like, okay, I be wanting to disagree with people, not to disagree, but just to hear what do you really think about this? Like, do you like this color green? Yes.
Right.
It looks like this, but it's like, it has more purple. And it's like, no, it has more red because of da-da-da-da-da-da.
There you go. So you can provide an explanation.
Like, I might literally agree with them off rip, but let me just see.
Let me test you.
Not even yes.
Let me see what you own.
Yeah.
Let me see if you really own that.
Yeah. But
you see, you know.
No.
we literally think in that same literal
crime.
Like we're literally thinking in that same element. Like I might just test you just to see if you're really on it. Like you might pose an idea, but it's like how are you gonna counter that too at the same time?
Type.
You know? And I feel that's what friends are for. Like we should challenge each other. Like, yeah, I might bring this to the table. You might be like, hey, you might hit them and be like, hey, Shaw, what you think about this? Or maybe you should change that. And if I keep getting offended by that, that's something I gotta work on. Because that means I can't take constructive criticism.
But that's what I'm saying.
And then that goes to burning bridges.
You gotta be around that. That goes back to, you gotta, not even going back to, but it's a new thing. Okay, new wave. You gotta know who you're around. I'm talking like I'm Jim Rohn. That's how he's talking. Yeah, I know who you're around. But like, if you're, I really see this though. Depending on who you literally like are around, dictates you in a way you might not even know. Like right now, everybody dropping, right?
Right.
It's just naturally just like, okay, Decha just dropped some shit. John just dropped some shit. Paradise just dropped some shit. Like, even Kenzie dropped some shit. Then it's like, BB Pat just dropped some shit.
Yep.
So it's like, everyone's like, so it's like, now it's just naturally like, oh, everybody cohesively should just be like, we should just be existing in our own shit that we are dropping. Because this is what we doing in real life. We around people like in real life. So like, so like, let's create that if we're all making shit. If everybody making shit and we all in the same, but it don't have to be the same. It's all different like worlds make bigger universes. Like Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so going on a different trajectory, let's talk about some music. So you have dropped some bangers this year. 10 tracks off Intercontinental Thoughts. You dropped Moments of Clarity, this EP of 5 tracks. And you just dropped last night.
Bro,
You know,
real stars burn. Literally though.
So,
like,
bro, you on the road. So I want to know, like, what's the inspo of the creation in the music space right now?
okay, music space. Okay, so like my pull-up song. I'm gonna tell you what my pull-up song been. Cause you know, bro, you got a pull-up song, right?
Yeah.
You got a pull-up song. I really got, like, I got a new one, but off
I ain't
rip.
gonna lie, I'm pulling up to that surprise you, bro.
Look, I'm pulling up to Be a Body by Grimes. You feel me? To go listen to some like trap shit.
Okay.
It's like trap shit to be like as like whatever, but maybe it's like rap. But like my pull-up song, like my mental space is like that.
Okay.
Like I'm on some like trying to just like be in the, you feel me? But also like I was driving here today and I was like, wait a second, I'm not listening to Lucky enough. Like going back to Almost There. Like, you feel me? Like Unleashed, Unlimited. That like you gotta like have that was like pocket. So that's really what it is. And then the inspiration is like I don't hear what I'm making in my eco space. Wait, no, fuck that. I'm not even trying to be complicated. I'm just making what I like to, what I want to hear when I ride around driving in Greenville or anywhere. Or I'm making music so like when me and my friends go to Europe, we have music to run around and listen to. Like I'm thinking about shit like that.
So you're thinking ahead.
It's like, yeah, I'm thinking ahead because like I'm making music for right now.
Okay.
Like the music I'm making right now, like the music that's releasing right now, I made like 6 months. I don't want to say like it was just I started recording in January, so it's like I asked the songs that I'm not even really focused on putting out, and then it got to shit that I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable putting this out. I like the sound of this. Okay, I'm gonna drop this, and then I was like, okay, bet, let me film a music video, like just expand the idea, like let me just. I just like making shit, and I'm like back to doing that. So like when you was like, what's the first thing you like to do? And I was like, the first thing I ever like did was editing videos. I'm back editing videos, like making cool shit that I want to see, I want to hear, I want to feel, and then like also get to a point where it's like sometimes you need to like get that out. You feel me? And that's just the way I want to get it out. Some people run long distance. Some people do whatever.
Yeah.
And like, I just like making music, and I like making shit. So, however I can do that, I'm gonna do it. So, like, I make a video, I'm trying to make a song. I'm making a bunch of different things right now. So it's like the more things I make, the better the things will get.
Instead of just doing something individual.
Yeah.
Let's do it all.
Oh, and then for sure, there's always, not always, but new era is the idea. We're gonna start like a whole like philosophy here. Not even philosophy, but like it's like this isn't even new because if you know, you know.
Right.
It's like people are like, okay, why be a jack of all trades, master of none, or something like that. Like only focus on one thing, but like the focus is focusing on a bunch of things at once. It's like having not being so focused on one medium, but the medium that you're focused on is focusing on the mediums.
Right.
I be thinking about stuff like it's probabilities and stuff. Like you can have this one probability and it can be this one thing, but also like just because it's a focus, like people go to college and they get a degree in one thing.
That is true.
Maybe I don't need a degree in one thing, but my focus is all of the degrees. So I can have the ability to go between the different degrees and different mediums and different areas and industries and whatever, and be able to communicate to get an entirely different idea off.
What's the benefit of basically being an entrepreneur and expanding to your bag, literally reaching inside? I might pull this out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get where I'm coming from. I might pull that out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the benefit in that?
Bro, honestly, I don't know yet, but it's it's no. I've discovered it probably right now. Like it just feels like.
Because most people might take it as, oh, I'm doing too much. I'm gonna have a circuit overload.
Bro, and I mean, like Jesse May said, he was like, okay, like what he say? I think he was like, you can always turn it up a notch. Like you can always do some more. Like you can always be doing some more.
Correct.
Like I could have woke up 15 minutes early with my alarm at first and did more. You feel me? But it's like you did it. So like you need to be doing more now. It's like little stuff like that. Like making music. I was making music. Okay, I want to put this out. I got a lot of files in my phone. My goal is to delete the files in my phone because they exist in real life. Like now it's about executing rather than just like making shit to make shit. Like, okay, bro, you making shit, but it's like, what are you putting out? Like, what are you contributing? And like maybe, and I'm just not into making things that already exist. So it might be a little bit difficult while I'm figuring out what's the shit that I'm making. But it's like I'm going through that YOLO. Like I'm good. Like I'm enjoying it. Like let me enjoy like the footwork of putting that time in to like figure out what I'm figuring out. Because go ahead. But like
keep going.
I'm just not. I don't know. Like it's just like being patient with myself. Also because it's like my friends remind me. It's like, bro, you're not trying to, but you're doing a lot of things. And I remind myself, okay, cool, you're doing a lot of things, but like, are you executing it? Like, you should be executing ideas more than just having a bunch of ideas.
There we go.
Ideas should be like realities. Like,
there we go.
Because then that'll really turn into your world for real.
There we go. I literally had that talk with nephew. 2 hour talk about that. I said, bro, you hold too much in the bag, bro. Come on, bro. Let me pull it out, bro. Like, go in the creative bag. And like you were saying, hey, I got all this in my phone. I'm trying to delete the old. I'm trying to be able to delete the old files. Like that's like a cleanse too. Like,
exactly.
Most of us hold it in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't need it on my phone. Like, I need that in real life. Doing something else. Like somebody else can find peace through that. Maybe.
I don't know how you. I don't think. Do you realize like how powerful that was? Like delete old files.
Bro, it feels great. I was doing that last night. Like, oh, I'm really deleting this song out of my phone. Like. I don't need this in my phone. Like,
it's out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing, bro. I'm like, you know, I'm happy to hear that. Like,
that's kind of what Moments of Clarity was.
That's why I was just about to literally go into that. I was just about to go into Moments of Clarity. What the hell, bro? So, Moments of Clarity, bro. 5 cohesive tracks.
Yeah.
And if you know, you know.
Bro, don't even say that.
Know?
Don't even say it like that. It's not like that. It's more like okay. It's like just listen to the music.
That's what I'm saying. Like
yeah. Just listen to the music. Like I'm really.
You get a feeling.
I'm just being honest with you. But before that, it is like I'd be writing poetry on Tumblr. You feel me? So I might hear a beat and be like, oh, this beat goes with this poem or something, right? Or you might be inspired by some. You feel me? Or you might be inspired. But you just have to talk about it and maybe not let it like beat you up in the head.
What you want people to get from Moments of Clarity? I don't know. I just felt like that was different. Like you never like just flat out sent me anything like that. Just like off that, and I don't know. That was just a significant moment. It's just I don't know how to describe it.
It's what it is. It's like those are real feelings and real emotions. Right. That is real. Like. That's me making, like, and the thing is, I'm making all my shit, so it's like the idea of like going, like, synthesizing a sound, and then doing that, and then creating vocals, and then like doing more, and then doing more, and doing more. Like, that's fun to me. But it might be like, while I like to do this, it's also like therapeutic in the sense of like, I don't even think about this over and over and over and over and over again, because I'll do that. Let me like get it out so I don't have to think about it. Okay. So Moments of Clarity was like really a bunch of different moments of clarity over like a period of time.
What was the time spent in the making?
Is that a sign? Like,
yeah, it was definitely a sign.
And look, like I guess you back to what you said. Like, but look, I'll say this. I only been recording like I was like around this time last year. Okay. Up until now, like it's been all of that. All of that. So
I went to smoke that. Intercontinental Thoughts. Now that one is the mind racer.
Okay, that is really like
that's amp. Like
that's amp. But that's what I'm saying. Like I really may exist in that headspace for a a month, 2 months. So that's what I'm making. And it's like, okay, I made that. Let me put that out. And then it's like, I know where I was making those like sounds. So it's also like I'm bookmarking a part of my life, which is also
There you go.
So then I have things to come back to, and this goes back to the thing like, when me and my friends are running around Europe, get on trains and shit, we're gonna be listening to that. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be like, bro, I told you this was this for. Like, I told you, like, this is what we need to be running around, bro. Like, this is what we need.
For sure.
And Intercontinental, like, it kind of sounds like one thing, but it's a different thing. It's outside of, like, it's not just domestic. It's intercontinental, like, you feel me? Like, but it sounds kind of backwards. So it's like, but those are the thoughts that's going through my, I don't know. But also, like, other than now, I'm probably never gonna speak about any of the music I'm making ever again. It's just like, have you just digested? Have you digested?
Yep.
So really, this is like a bookmark on the line of the spectrum of shit. It's like after this, like, just listen to the music, bro. You know what I'm talking about, and if like you don't, then it's like you do at the same time.
There you go. It's for the listener to figure it out. Dissect it themselves. So, talk about music space. Now you did drop a Us collection at the start of this year. Crazy collection.
Yeah.
All that started this year. Are we expecting anything more from the Us collection at this moment?
Yes. And what's interesting is I'm having this talk. Okay, I'm gonna say something that's kind of like no context, but trust me. So, my best friend said that his brother said I'm gonna end up changing the name or changing something dealing with what I got going on, right? And I've been having that discussion with myself lately. Like, literally, like, waking up, doing something, like, on the phone with something different, like, wow, like, okay, like, it's gonna have to, like, we're gonna have to, like, okay, in succession, you go and buy things, you make it your, you know what I'm saying? You got one, it's like a corporate structure, creating an infrastructure for myself. So that's what I'm more or less on. And knowing that, like, I'm never so caught up on one thing that I don't know how to pivot. And, like, not being so emotional on ideas and, like, knowing that ideas grow and it might grow into a different thing. But also, like, if it's your shit, you finesse it into whichever you want to make it. But there's more Us coming out, but at the same time,
from what I get, it's not gonna be what we think.
I don't even know what people think at the same time, because like there's certain things that I haven't experienced and I need to experience to go into Us. But I know right now I'm giving my perspective, and my perspective is like my perspective. It's like my perspective right now is it's the music I'm making. You can hear it, and I have the create the uniform to live that lifestyle.
All right, yeah. So, we're actually on the last part anyway, so we're good.
Okay.
So, I know you talked about bookmarking.
Yeah.
Bookmarking moments in life. Closing some chapters. What part of the journey you're in this particular moment?
Right now, counting my, like, checking my stats. That's what I'm on right now.
There you go.
Checking my stats, that's it. Every week.
Simple as that?
Yeah, check your stats, you'll be okay. Because you know what they need to look like. So that's what I'm doing.
Doing a lot of evaluating, reporting back, summary.
Bro, at this point, it's like I've already had the 14 board meetings. Now we are moving in what we just talked about. We're gonna do for the next 10 years. Like that's what we're doing right now. Like,
I'm sorry.
Now we doing it. Like,
I had my board meeting.
Yeah, like we had our board meeting, bro. Like, now we.
I like that. I mean, we good, bro. We G's, man. Anything that I didn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of Hey There coming out. So
okay.
Hey There, keep your eyes open. Close your eyes, you might miss something. And yeah, that's that. Yeah.
Underrated Hero Cast. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro.